Okay, hey everyone. So in the effort to figure out a crafting system or a way that you can sort of build your own vehicles, I started making uh, a crafting system. So this here is a non-functional vehicle. Um, you can grab the parts in it and move them around. Right now I have the rotation locked to the forward direction because rotation can be kind of screwy. Um, there are some things you can do. Let's see. So say, all right, you got this basic platform, and this is just a cube that has been stretched in a certain way. You can reach out and if you sort of poke the side of it, it'll follow your hand, so you can resize it like this. It's a little, there's some issues still, but I mean, this whole thing needs some reworking. But um, so all right, so there's that, and you can do that with. There's some things that can't be resized. The seats are. This is a weird texture on them, but it's just sort of a something to give them a texture. Um, so you can grab something and duplicate it, and you can see it's Z fighting there. Now I've got another seat. We could do the same with this platform. Grab it, duplicate it, and now I have two cubes. I can just resize that a bit. I don't know what I'm making. Maybe you got a box back here, and so I don't know. Now once you, I don't know. Let's just give it a little shape. Once you get it assembled as or you know built as you want it. Oops. Oh well. There's a process by which it kind of prints out a copy, applying a rigid body and everything, and it'll. I don't even know what I'm doing really, but trying to make a box. It'll calculate the weight of the object based on the volume that it takes up. So if you just like were to put a big cube back here, it would add just a large cube of volume, and the thing would be, I didn't want to do that. The thing would be really weirdly balanced, so that has to be taken into account. Let's make another of these. There's a sun. I think it just went behind a planet. Yeah, whatever. Okay, so eventually that might be a box, but that's not all that interesting. Let's see. We got this headlight, and we're gonna need another of those. These headlights can be, you can change the color of them. It's not actually powered right now, so to do that, you need to wire it into something. So that brings me to the whole wiring system. So what am I doing here? Yeah, there we go. Okay. So this is a wire, and you might see these little holes on the side of these boxes. And when it starts sparking like that, if you let go, the wire will lock into place in that. If you didn't want to wire it into that thing, you go back to the base of it, and there's a button right there, and you click it, and it'll retract back into place. I keep losing light. So let's move it over. Let's attach it to this lever. Boop. And then what'll happen is when oh, whoa, that was weird. The lever will output a value to it, and it'll go from 0 to 1, and when it's over a certain threshold, then the light will turn on. So that's kind of cool. Now, the way the vehicles work is they find all the axles that make them up, and then based on the type of axle, whether it's set up for steering or for motor, it'll do different things. One will just typically the back one is your motor, and so that one will apply, forward movement or backward, and then the front one will be your steering, and that one will be able to steer left and right, so you can turn. So rather than rework that whole system, and I might anyway, but put wiring on the axles themselves, I made this sort of engine unit. And what this will do is, this first one is steering. There's kind of a vague color coding system, but I haven't really formalized that, so the colors are somewhat random. So what you do is, you want your steering wheel to steer, so you plug that in, and then this one is your motor, so we'll plug that into here. We can move this away a little. Come on, where am I? Plug that in there, and then let's plug this into this thing. So now it's kind of hard to show you. You know what? Here, I'll just print this. I'll print one out, and then I can show you a little more. So the way it's set up right now is I have this little thing with unlabeled buttons, and I just know that this is the idea was that you'd click left and right, and you would have a selection of different modules that you can plug onto the thing that you're building. Haven't finished that yet, but I added this fourth button to print out what you built. So now we have the finalized vehicle. We can get in a seat, and if we do that, that light will turn on, and it'll start moving. And then now this one's playing, so we can turn. All the controls are manual. It doesn't have keyboard input worked out yet, so you end up just have to grab it and turn. So, alright, so we got ourselves a basic vehicle. That hand is just going to go out and out. I should probably put a limit on that, but, quality of life stuff. So, alright, let's let that just do what it's going to do. It's just going to drive off into the distance. So, alright, so that's sort of a basic car setup with one kind of working headlight. Now we can mix things up a little. So just to make it weird, let's take these back, and then we're going to plug the throttle into the steering wheel. And we'll plug the steering into the throttle. Okay, the lever there. So that'll be weird. But there's another system that I worked out that is kind of interesting. So I have these two boxes here. This one with a plus sign on it. Oh, and the thing where he steps in front of the camera can be a little cumbersome. But we've got this one with a plus sign on it. We've got this one with a 0 on it. And what this one is, the one with the 0, is a display box. So let's see. We'll bring up our little number thing. Here, I need to move that to the side just to make it a little easier. So, all right. Whoops, I need to let go of it. So, okay. Let's grab this and let's put it. Wow, it got really. All right, let's Oh, you know what? I'm doing the wrong thing. Perfect. Okay, so what I want to do is I want to grab the wire for the display box and we'll drop that in there. Now, if I go ahead and type in a number, see it displayed there, and it gets displayed there. So another way you might use this is take that back, and then let's plug that into the throttle again, because that's an easy spot. Whoop. And now it shows you the value that the throttle is outputting. And then if I go ahead and change it, you can see the value moving between almost -1 and 1, sort of, yeah. So, all right. This box is sort of an arithmetic thing. I don't know. I had a name for it, but I've forgotten it now. So it's got this knob on the side where you can change the type of function it's doing. So we have a plus, minus, multiply, and the hand moves in the way, divide, average, greater than, or less than. And the way it works is, so you have two input wires. And so let's see. Let's attach this to, oh yeah, I had that attached. So okay. So this is outputting to this box, and then this box is outputting to this light. Cool. So because there's only one thing plugged in, it's just sort of passing the value along. Now, if we plug this into the lever, when this box is, well, actually, I should take that back from the lever. When this box is greater than what the lever is outputting, then this is going to output a 1. Otherwise, it'll output 0. So let's see, if we move this over here. So now this is 7, and this one, if you recall, is like 0.9 something. The lever. Here, let me turn on a light. I guess it's night, or it's getting there. Yeah. So, all right. So it's greater than. We can also do here. Actually, just to make this easier, because I don't know why I'm using the light. Let's replicate this. Now we've got two of these boxes, and we can grab the value that this box is outputting and display it here. Okay, so right now, because 7 is not less than, okay, I changed it, so I'm just confusing things now. Okay, since 7 is greater than the 0.9, you know what, let's grab this and duplicate it again. Alright, so now we got 3 of these. It's getting a little complex. So okay, that's the value that the lever is outputting. And then we have 7. And so the math it's doing is 7 is greater than 0.9, so it's outputting a 1. If this was, instead of 7, it was, here, let me move this into the light. If instead of 7, it's, well, let's say 0.2, right? It's going to be 0.2, which is less than 0.9, so it's outputting a 0. Now, if we were doing a less than calculation, it would output a 1. There's some other things we got going on here. So the average of those two values is 0.559, apparently. Oop, wrong way. If you divide them, if you do, well, that's almost 0.2 divided by 1, which is just going to give you 0.2, but it's a little less than 1. So yeah, if you multiply them, you're going to get 0.18. And then subtraction. And there's some with override sort of values. So if, for instance, you only had one value going in, say we're just, I think it's if you just have the right hand value going in, you'll get the negative. It'll just do, it's basically 0 minus that second value, so you can make a negative number. Similar with division, that is the inverse, so that's 1 divided by 0.9 is 1.08. So in effect, you can use this to make a whole calculator, which is kind of neat. And yeah, so that's sort of the basics of the wiring setup. Well, this video is getting a little long-winded, but it's sort of a weird system. So let's just ooh, come on, let's get rid of that, and let's go ahead and print this thing out. It's going to be weird because we have the steering connected to the throttle. That was a nice blue effect. Can turn that off and get in the seat. So if we now this, which controlled the throttle, and the other one, it's controlling steering, and instead of that we have this controlling the power. So we can reverse, and okay, it just ran into the we need to go straight that way. That'll make it go forward because that's a positive value. And then oh no, that way. And whoop, that's gonna go backwards now. There's really nothing practical about this current setup. It's just an example of how the wiring system works. So yeah, it's a bit weird. It can get pretty funky, or as funky as you like. So yeah, that's that just building vehicles, or trying to figure out vehicle setups is one of the things that I found really fun about this project that I've been working on. So um, I just wanted a way to expose that to the player, and this is what I've come up with so far. By the way, the wiring system is largely inspired by. Whoa, that's funky. The way the wheel suspension goes way up like that. Um, and anyway, the wiring is largely inspired by barotrauma, which has a pretty neat ship building system. And while you're playing, you can use the wiring to hack open doors and stuff. I went through our submarine and changed all the lights to just a nice bright white color rather than these weird hues that they had before. And anyway, I just really like that system, so I wanted to give it a try. Um, this is just weird. So yeah, this has definitely gone on. This video has gone longer than I intended, but it's kind of a funky system that I just wanted to show you that I've been working on for this thing. So anyway, I hope some of this made sense. I hope you kind of like the direction I went with the crafting system, and I need to add a bunch more to it so you can make planes and boats and all the good stuff. So yeah, all right. So 22 minutes. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll talk to you guys later. Have a good one. Bye.